I made a
We're Chew Nation, dude.
I'm just trying to fit in
Austin.
with you.
Austin
Culture Club.
Austin Culture Club.
Podcast. We are Austin Culture Club Podcast once again.
Do you know what tonight is?
Whoa. It is the final day to vote in the primaries, March 1st, a.k.a. last day to vote in the primaries. Also Fat Tuesday because tomorrow's Ash Wednesday.
Very true.
Mardi Gras, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'll put some beads on you.
Did you eat the baby?
Oh, here we go.
I wonder, like, they have the Mardi Gras cakes, and if you get the slice of the baby in it, it's like good luck. But how many people eat the baby?
Nobody.
I'm not like
12,000.
I'm not
people
pro-choice. I'm more pro-eat.
Time's a flat circle.
Fair statistics.
I think if you're gonna abort that baby, you should eat that baby, right?
I should not be here.
That's a hot take.
Because you have a baby and they have like the placenta.
It's because you're trying to impress that QAnon chick.
Oh, stop. So people eat the placenta.
Yeah, we eat the placenta.
You eat it. You put it in like a margarita, or do you like dry it out?
I actually put it in my guacamole.
Oh, is that is that a pro-life guac or is that a pro-choice guac? Do I have the choice between guac or queso with my placenta?
You have no choice in the matter. It's a woman's choice.
Because she made it. She made the dish, right?
Yeah, of course. Have you ever tried my guac?
Have you ever stuck your dick in guac?
No.
Hey, Ruben.
What?
Are you ready for the show?
Not at all.
We got a special guest.
Yes, we do.
He's Jake Weber. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us how you're into this whole political game? Reindeer game, Patriot game.
I'm Jake, and I should not have agreed to do any of this.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you guys for the first time. I never met you before, and we'll never meet you again.
You know how I found him?
Never said I.
He was putting out signs in front of a McDonald's.
The hobo?
And I thought he was like a street artist.
Like a sign, like,
here's
hey,
your sign.
buy me a Big Mac. Fucko.
You might be a redneck if you vote for who do you work for?
Oh my God. I love it.
You vote for Biden.
Yeah, well, potentially. There are.
If you got a parking brake on your boat, you might be
voting for Biden.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I keep it simple. Vote Dimple.
What?
Yeah, I did.
That was my favorite.
Dimple. I'm gonna be
honest.
honest.
That was my favorite.
It was a great slogan. Not a big fan of Dimple. Didn't vote for it.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're saying when you look at an ass and it doesn't have two dimples, you're not a fan of that? Or a smile?
He likes a little ripple.
A little ripple with his dimple.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd say no, but I haven't seen Dimples.
Well, you don't have to say who you work for, but what is your political?
No, I'll say
who you working for,
because you're gonna ask me about it. So yeah, I work for Matt Worthington.
Yes.
He's running for state rep. He's a progressive doing that
for District 51.
District 51. That's right.
Yeah.
Shout out
in Del Valley.
We all know District
Texas
9.
legislator.
Yeah,
We're
gonna be seeing election results come in tonight, which is cool.
Texas ledge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be coming in too,
Hashtag
dog.
right there. But yeah.
Wow.
The ballots are in.
Who are you? You're like all of a sudden Joe Rogan's little brother with all the city jokes.
Wait, is that his little brother that's on it?
Yeah, I go by little Joey Rogan.
Little Joey Rogan.
Little Joey Rogan. They impose my face on Joe Rogan's
fucking Joey Doppler.
penis. And
wait, you guys asked me how I got into this, right?
Well, no, we're not interviewing you now.
Yeah, we're doing other shit.
No, we're just introducing you.
Oh no, I know. It's just not funny.
Okay.
I thought we were. I'm sorry. I thought maybe I would help with
Little
the
Jake
transition.
fucking
Oh God, this is not a funny episode.
Doppler.
This is
I know,
politics,
we're politics
dude.
here. All
We're
of a
trying to
sudden.
get people to vote.
This
awareness.
is a fucking West Wing
This
over
is
here.
Austin
Aaron
culture.
Sorkin. Who the fuck do you think you
That's
are?
why, I don't know. Walking and
Ricky.
talking, man.
All right, so we got Jake Weber on the show. Working for
America's
local
sweetheart.
politician. America's sweetheart.
Yep.
Amazing writer. He is local wildcat, avid bowler,
Yes, absolutely.
and has a really nice collection of spoons.
And taxidermy human beings, actually.
We like to call him Little Spoon.
What in his favorite movie is Popeye?
Actually, I'm a bigger fan of Cutthroat Island.
The Big Chill.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go right into topics.
Topics.
You can chime in if you want, but don't chime in too much because it's our show, not yours. So
Yellowbeard.
You've already said too much. The thing is, politics, it's like kind of politicking me off right now.
We had
no
Jake Weber rule on the podcast, but obviously...
Can we elect a new guest to the show?
All right. Topics.
Can we call him Chad?
We're doing topics.
Okay.
We got topics.
Hey, no, do you have any politic jokes? He's being a real Chad right now, right? Is that
You know how many homicides have already happened this year in Austin?
How many?
Wow, and you call yourself
a fucking politician
worker.
Baby politics.
All right, topic. So Austin police is looking for a man who stabbed another man at the transit center. So that's when you know times are bad, when you're waiting at the bus. Barely have bus fare, wearing a mask, can't breathe, and then...
man, you got an apple or maybe half a sandwich, and those other motherfuckers are he over there flaunting.
What's the worst thing is the guy that stabbed him got on the bus with him.
Flaunting.
And then the bus drivers for the Austin Metro are the meanest in town. You're hurry up, back of the bus. They're just yelling the whole time, sit down.
Do you think they sat together?
And then you pull, you pull the
Hey
lever.
man, I'm bleeding. Shut up.
Get off the bus.
Hospital 3 stops.
I was taken to the hospital. That's nice of him.
No,
the stop was close to the hospital.
It's like, yeah.
You got to get out here.
The guy that got stabbed and the stabber got on the bus. Can you imagine getting stabbed and then the guy that stabbed you is sitting right across?
Some real Royal Tannenbaum shit.
And then as soon as you say anything, they're the bus driver's keep it down.
Stop bitching.
No funny business.
I told you to sit down.
You better not be bleeding on my seat.
Don't be playing with the fucking goddamn cord.
As long as you don't step over the yellow line, I've found that they're quite amenable. But once you do...
What was that word? Amenable?
Amenable.
Amenable.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as in they're not gonna yell at you. I think that's what that word means. If you look it up in Webster's, I'm pretty sure that's what it says.
Amenable.
Sure, whatever he says. But like I said, man, that's funny. That dude got stabbed on the fucking bus with his homeboy who stabbed him. Oh, I love that shit.
It's probably...
are you still being funny? You're still over there being funny.
What a great world we live in.
Fucking topics.
We're not
I'm
funny.
over here trying to be funny.
We just started the show.
Look at me. I'm going to do a little highbrow humor over here for the Woody Allen fans out there, because my name's Jake Weber.
Whoa.
Ooh,
all right,
nice
so next
association.
topic,
All right, good.
trans
great.
youth.
It's off to a great start.
Hold up, trans youth.
So you know about this?
I don't even want to know.
I didn't want to I don't know. It's not
I feel like we should just maybe skip this whole issue.
I'm willing to talk about this. I'm willing to talk about
it's
this.
not that trans. We're talking about the Transcendental Center youth.
Okay,
the guy that got stabbed.
Oh my
the
God.
kids that were involved in the stabbing.
Oh, good.
God damn
trans
it.
youth. So Abbott is saying that any a parent of kids that are trans can be considered
child abuse, which is it's insane.
Which is so stupid because
Crazy.
why is this even an issue?
I mean, this is
it's an issue because it's fucking this is
a smoke screen over the fucking whole idea of
precisely, yeah, exactly.
Of the fucking energy issue.
It's totally it's a smoke screen over everything, right? Any cultural issue like this that's clearly it's just we're talking about human beings.
But we're literally talking about maybe 1% of the population here.
True. Even very few human beings, and probably more than that. We just don't know.
Yeah, because everyone's
especially children. Too.
Also,
so it's
the parents?
what is there 5 kids in the whole state of Texas that
being
are
a
trans?
good parent is working with your child.
What they're saying, it's not
agree.
even. So the issue is let's say you have a trans kid and they're 10 and they want to be a girl and they were born a boy and they want to get that surgery for the kid. That's not acceptable. You know what I mean? But that's not the case.
That's not what we're talking about. Yeah, we're just talking
but
about
they're saying anything, even hormone treatments or anything. So they're saying even a boy wearing a dress, which is a funny debate because it's there's tomboys. I date a lot of girls that have boys.
No, but
features.
also people that are born with XXY or
yeah. But I'm saying girls
Yeah.
wearing pants. If a boy wants to wear a dress, there's no issue with that.
Yeah, I mean, kids.
And how is that a child abuse? That's,
Absolutely.
I don't know exactly. I mean,
I think more kids.
this
should
is
get
really a
bullied.
smoke screen because he let the energy board fucking tax people full on.
I completely agree. I think that
it's a hell of
I
a
don't
smoke
know.
screen too, though.
Greg
but-
Abbott's definitely trying to make back a lot of ground right now because It's like, well, he's running against Beto O'Rourke also, who has like a lot of momentum, possibly, right? After, tonight we'll see. But
Well, he's just scaring the old people. This is getting the people.
Oh, right.
his main voter demographics.
Yeah.
He loves old people. Old people love him.
East Texas,
He's one of them.
white, old,
Yeah.
Christian beliefs. This whole idea, they're afraid of any kind of. They're actually afraid of women
get me
too.
wrong.
There's only one gender to the church. You know what
They
I
make
mean?
the
Men.
best turkey. And
But you know what I'm talking
Tradition.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they also get drunk at Thanksgiving, and they, say a lot of shit.
But they only have one gender, men. That's all that matters to them. They don't care about women. They don't care about any other
I don't know.
thing.
My grandma says a lot of shit too, and it's all also.
But she's a
equally-
sweet old lady.
She is.
I mean, she went through the
God, you're
wars.
right.
And the pies
I
that
think she went
makes.
through a war,
Yeah.
maybe.
Let's just give her to her. We'll give her Korea.
Well,
while we're
wasn't
on
it
the bullshit.
National Pie Day this week?
What do you? What
It was
is-
like a pie.
like the
scavenger hunt?
fucking
Yeah.
2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 2, 4, 5.
How many can you go?
Not that many.
Oh,
How many can
that was
you go?
Pretty impressive. None.
All right. Well,
It starts the one, right?
Or are you talking about apple pie?
Oh, like American Pie?
No, I didn't say American pie. I'm talking about
I'm just
like
saying, have you
actual
ever
fuck-
fucked? Have you ever?
No, I'm
fucked a
not
pie?
talking about sex. Can we not talk
You're
about?
saying.
Can we go an episode without you trying to fuck everything?
so- Levy, right?
So you're saying.
I've seen this one.
So are you saying that movie is not politically correct?
All right, the gloves are off now.
Or like,
what are your
it's like-
favorite Eugene Levy projects?
Oh, definitely The Man with Samuel L. Jackson. I think he did like Bringing Down the House with Queen Latifah.
Okay.
He was great in that.
Yeah.
Was he in Taxi
the
with
new
Queen
Nissan
Latifah?
commercials, I think, have been really solid.
Schitt's Creek. He's great in that. He's been in every single American Pie movie,
Even the
like,
shitty ones.
like the spin-offs.
Wait,
Yeah.
even the shitty one?
Like,
There's like
You've
eight.
seen the first American
Cousin
Pie.
Ray.
There's like 8 direct-to-video.
I've seen the first 3. I haven't seen the last 2.
They are the shitty ones. They're all the shitty ones.
I don't know, man. That 5th one looks pretty good.
I liked American Wedding.
Rule on Netflix, American Pie. That one's the best.
See, we got fans here. We're on
gonna
TikTok. Hey,
pull out
Jake.
Bandcamp in a
Jake,
second.
we're on TikTok now, so we're pretty trendy and topical.
Fucking
I agree.
Get with it.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
R.I.P.
I'm just
John
saying,
Candy.
I'm just saying,
yeah, that's.
we were
yeah.
gonna have like a
We're up to
fleshlight
date.
sponsor, but why buy a
You know,
fleshlight?
Fleshlight
Say it.
makes. Sorry. They make prosthetic appendages for elephants.
Really?
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. You really messed with the flow. I'm saying, why buy a fleshlight for like hundreds of dollars when you can just fuck an apple pie, and it's just as good.
Can we not fuck any more
That's
food
what
today?
American Pie is about, dude. It's about
We're not. Pie Day is not about fucking a pie.
it's about the mathematics.
I don't know, man.
I think
We're
it's
just-
not about pie.
Next
It's like-
topic.
It's like the fourth.
So
witness
Travis
thing.
County is now down to stage 3.
Yep.
So it's like, you can hit this.
I can't hit that.
We're stage 3, dude. We're not terminal.
Be careful when hitting.
Can I hit
I will
that?
say.
Have you heard this new thing about the mask didn't even matter?
Delta 9?
No.
How does it mask not
Deviled
matter?
eggs. No, they're saying now the masks, like, there's all these studies now that it says, like, the masks they never even mattered.
I thought you were always telling that one chick to leave the mask on. Leave the mask on.
No, I have to leave the mask on.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm like, but you
Leave the gloves on.
don't kiss me.
Leave the gloves on.
All right, well, that's.
Do you want my input on this?
No.
All right, excellent.
So we got a big night, election night.
Hold on. That's all the topics you have? You're not going to bring up the war with Ukraine? You're not going to bring up Saturday Night Live?
Wait, what's going on Saturday Night
yeah, well,
Live?
I was gonna ask.
Mulaney.
The lady.
Is
Did
Mulaney
you see
back?
it? It's so good. So Mulaney's
listen again?
monologue, SNL. John Mulaney used to be a writer on the show. Recently, he's had a big year. He divorced his wife of like 10 years.
Went to rehab. Got another
had a
chick
coke
pregnant.
problem, got
Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
And then dumped
one of the hottest
her.
fucking chicks. No, they're together still.
I thought he broke up with her.
They're like a.
They did too. Yeah.
No, they're still together. Well, his monologue killed it. Was this whole bit of like he like texts his drug dealer saying, "Hey, I gotta go rehab," and stuff like that. The drug dealer goes, "I was the only selling to you." Did you see the monologue? So he's like the only his drug dealer who cared was only selling weed, like selling coke to him.
He was the
That's
only.
just
And
like
he goes, "Why were you only selling to me?" And he goes, "Because you kept asking. I was worried about you."
Yeah, that's not even like being a drug dealer at that point. That's just like being employed.
No, I just call that friendship because I don't think I'm a drug dealer. But then,
You know my cousin.
then
Greg's
I
the
feel like
fence.
I probably get drugs for people just out of friendship.
I do have to pay you to stay my friend.
The
And
first
so that
time
makes
my
sense.
cousin Greg
Yeah.
Lopez went to prison,
for being a friend.
he was in court and he assaulted undercover agent this girl, and they're like, "Why'd you
He
sell coke to
assaulted
her?"
her?
No, he sold coke to her.
Oh,
And they're like, "Why'd you sell to her?" He goes, "Well, she's real pretty, and I'm ugly and fat, and like, I've never met a girl who's pretty. And she wanted to hang out with me, and she's asking me for cocaine, so I got cocaine for her because I wanted to impress her."
Wow, great sympathy.
We were
vote
all
there.
like,
That's so sad.
Fantastic legal defense.
that's exactly what I would say.
Honestly.
Judge, look at her. She's fucking hot.
Yeah.
"You know how ugly I am."
You know you would sell
He
drugs.
used the ugly defense. You know how ugly I am, Judge? We were like, "He ugly. He ugly."
It works.
Get stand ovation. Everybody started
everyone's like-
stand up clapping.
50% of the time, it works every time.
It's like if a hot girl comes up to you and goes, "Hey, do you have any like weed or anything?" And you go, yeah, definitely.
yeah.
You know, and I will find weed.
I see you're looking for
In the
me for
youth.
Jake all week.
In the youth, yeah. And then I found Jake putting up signs around town. I go, "Hey, you got
Oh,
some
well,
weed?"
Uh,
And that's how he's here.
we'll work for weed.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
no, he goes, "You vote for weed."
Vote for weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you
Excellent
weed
one.
at the polls. Yeah.
So we're out of topics.
It was.
We're not gonna talk about
Nothing else.
You got Ruben's rant. You got
Zelenik.
stuff. This
I don't know. So I found this website recently that you can look up the blast radiuses of nuclear warheads,
Oh, yeah.
and see where they affect your
You
area.
say, "Oh, yeah, that."
Yeah, I love that. I love that stuff. Yeah. Go on.
Absolutely.
He's talking about
me
a
too.
different blast, Jason. He's not talking about jizz, dude.
I think you can put that on the website.
Can we like not
but,
have Jason agree with Jake?
no, I'm totally in favor of Jason agreeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're 2 against
It's
2
Jason's
right now.
show.
We're tied. Yeah.
It's Jason's show.
Jason's the one who invited me
Shut
on.
this down whenever I want.
Yeah, it's
Jason,
true.
Like I like
Literally
you,
turn the whole thing off.
but I don't like Jake, so I need you to kind of focus your
Oh my
energies.
god!
and
Is this
yet-
Ruben's
and
rant?
yet I'm the guest.
No, I was saving some stuff for you. I wanted to go right into the
Let's go into it.
no.
We're
Let's
not
talk,
going-
let's talk
well, we're
about the
not-
war. Let's talk about the war.
The
You
Tsar bomb,
No, hey.
okay, is the greatest nuclear weapon ever developed.
So I wanted to talk about the Bat Zoni, the Pizza Zoni, Bat Calzone,
Talk about the back calzone.
Bat Calzone.
It's like when Batman
Pizza
he's out
Zoni.
there. It's 12:30
Pizza
at
Zoni.
night. He puts the light on, and they give him a calzone. Shaped like a bat.
Have you seen this? So Little Caesars has it's a pizza. So this is the thing. You know when you get a pizza.
calzone shaped
and
like a
they-
bat.
That? No, not really.
You know when you get a
honestly.
pizza and you order it and you can tell they drop the pizza.
I feel like a calz- yeah,
it kind of folds over a
exactly.
little bit and it's a lot
It's
of it
like
stuck to the
A
top.
calzone's a pizza
So
you
now,
messed up.
they figured out.
Batmobile, Batarang.
I've heard
Bat-
of them. Yes.
So Little
calzone.
Caesars,
Yeah, I'm a bigger fan of
what
the
they're
Bat Away.
doing is a pizza and they just fold the sides in, so it's like a calzone.
I've
It looks
seen
like
the-
a bat wing.
I've seen a calzone. Yes.
No, it's not
But have
called
you
a
seen a bat?
calzone. It's called a pizza zoni. Calzone pizza. What is the term?
Whoa,
What
don't
is the
use
term?
all these fucking big
Pizza.
words.
Yeah, there's a lot of vocab coming out of here right
The new
now.
Batman movie. Are you excited? This is not
Reviews came
for.
out pretty well.
This is not for your
honestly.
Gen
I need
Xers.
you not to look at reviews because that's all it is this white people telling you what to think.
Sure.
It's
I'm
not.
not gonna watch the
It's
movie,
for
so
it's
is
for the Zoomers.
That Catwoman
right?
looks fucking good.
I know, right?
Damn, you
That
dirty.
Zoe Kravitz, dude, she's gonna kill
Kitty
it.
like to scratch. I like to sniff that litter box.
It's
You
been
know what I
like
mean?
talking about what?
Damn. Like to put a leash on that.
Too far. You go too
I-
far.
I like to get her neutered.
I'm a little worried about.
I wanna take
love
her to the
Dano.
vet.
I think Dano's gonna do a great job, but I don't like this whole Riddler having a weird costume, looking like
Yeah, she's
When did
covered in question
the
marks.
Riddler not have a weird costume?
he wore a top hat or a little bowler hat with a green suit,
Yeah, bring back Jim Carrey.
possibly a question mark
With
on
a
the
bunch of question
lapel.
marks all over it.
Hey,
it was
y'all know
always
I'm
a
a big-
weird,
There's different-
dumb
there's
I'll
costume.
know I'm a big
variations.
fan of the Riddler.
Oh yeah, I thought that was QAnon.
Why so serious?
I thought that was a QAnon thing.
That was a cute too.
Yeah.
Ladies love.
Cute boy.
Follow the breadcrumbs right to you, man.
Oh my god.
You know how QAnon girls clean their ears? Q-tip.
God, you just made that up right now, and you could tell.
I didn't want to fall for
It's
it.
called wordplay.
I've heard that.
Pew,
I've
pew,
heard it's
pew.
called that.
All right,
Yes.
all right, let's go right into this election. It's
That's a great lead in.
That was all the Batman talk.
It's gonna be good, I think. Overall.
Oh, great. It's going to be
All right.
good.
Yeah.
The Dark Young Knight. He's like a young Dark Knight.
I like Batman. I'm just gonna.
Is this like A24?
Who doesn't
Is
like
this going to
that?
be like A24?
Okay, I'm glad you-
Batman?
Oh, I'm so sick and tired of you A24 and everything. First of all, it's because of movies like, oh, look, it's an arty horror movie. We got to call that A24-ish, or that's A24
Vibe.
style.
No, they call
Or-
it A24 vibes. That's
Okay.
the term. It's
I
like,
do
oh,
like
this is
that
not
we're branding for
A24.
them. I like what they put out. I don't know, like A24.
See?
they
We got a
put-
fan.
Not all of it's that good.
Well, okay. Well,
Name something that isn't?
Lamb.
You,
You
didn't
haven't
think
even
so?
seen it.
I will never see it.
Really? I thought it was pretty good.
You know why? Scottish bastard.
So you're saying Beeville, Texas, you never heard stories of, so you got your boots on and you know, what is it called when you're like into animals?
Boots on the
Like
ground.
a farmer, or you're like
No, that's what we
4-H,
call
4-H.
what we're not
So
gonna do in
you
Ukraine.
you have your boots. They they kind of stick out the little lip from the boots. You grab the.
Can you quit fucking everything
the
one
back end-
episode?
the back end
This
of the-
whole episode, you've been
the
having
back
sex
end-
with everything that
the back
fucking
end
moves.
of the goat. You stick. I heard. This is what I heard.
mistake,
You stick
You
the
should-
the
why
the
wasn't
back
your voice
end
the
of their
strongest?
legs in the boots,
Is he still talking?
and then you go to town.
we still
how-
You
on?
should never have allowed me to come on. This was a mistake for all of
So
us.
I'm saying your family
Is he
members
still
have
talking over there?
fucked.
Is he still rambling
Oh,
wreck over here?
That's why he doesn't like the movie, because it's traumatizing for him. He has a cousin.
I feel like this is all
He had-
prediction, honestly.
you know,
I'm gonna be
once you
honest.
fuck one goat, you're a goat
Just
fucker.
because you're out there in Oklahoma at your grandfather's ranch don't mean you gotta fucking be crying to me, boy.
Nah, it's from Marble Falls, but it's similar.
yeah.
All right, yeah, we're done with that
I
conversation.
mean, I've had a goat like lick my
my
ass,
God.
but it isn't a big deal. The new Batman movie, though. Whew.
looks great, man. Looks fucking.
Hey, so you
great.
grab it, man. Yeah, it's gonna be
Can't
great.
wait.
I think they should get the guy that played Creed to play Batman
Who's the guy from
and
Creed?
call it,
The guy from the
Those-
singer?
Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Get Michael B. Jordan to play Batman and call
Oh,
it
that I was
Black
thinking the
Batman. Black Man? Black Man Black.
Okay, I actually do have an idea for a Batman comic. that I
Well,
think
that's
is-
enough. All right, let's go
Dark
right into
Man
it.
X.
All right. You talking about the election or what? Or do you want to go into the Gas Man? All
You
right,
got
it's a
me
great
all
idea.
fucking angry right now.
Brawled up? Like, you got, like,
Okay, so listen.
are you erect right
Let's
now?
talk.
Bruce Wayne, okay, he's been going out at night in his underpants and just assaulting minorities in alleyways with a lead pipe.
So you
and
believe?
He comes back. There's a gas leak in Wayne Manor. Finally, Alfred fixes it. And suddenly he realizes he's been doing this the entire time. He's hallucinated the entire Batman narrative, right? And that he's only not been caught because he's a huge donor to GCPD, all right? That's the Gotham City Police Department.
Oh,
if
it's
anyone
just like a
didn't know.
Fight Club
Can you
scenario.
stretch that out to more than one episode?
No, it's going to be a
could.
graphic novel. All right. So the end. I mean, think about it. Okay.
Think
like
about it.
all of Batman's villains, gas based. All right.
Are you gonna
laughing
like?
gas?
Are you gonna like Wizard of
fear
Oz it? Like
gas?
there's guys that work
Have you-
at the mansion.
This,
Oh no.
It's like
No,
that
no.
new.
Just the gas leak. It's all him.
All right,
The new
could
Adam
be
He pays
people
Alfred.
that
He
work
pays
like
everyone's
Alfred actually
salary.
is Joker, and the other people that work on the mansion.
No, they're just they're
are like,
they're,
look, it's
they're
he was
literally
there too.
they're-
You were
they're-
there too. You're a scarecrow. You-
Unfortunately, there are minorities in the alleyway because he's a
Kind of
billionaire.
like a Britney Spears scenario where they keep him captive because he's the
let her
the
free.
piggy bank.
No.
Yeah, but she's still on meth and she's still crazy.
but she's free.
She's not free.
She's
like free in a sense.
She's never been more free.
Have you seen recently Britney Spears is like at the beach topless and then like just like rubbing her?
Well, you were at top of the beach.
I think that's fine.
She has the
Paparazzi
but she's like she has like
insanity.
I think she like does meth, dude.
So you were.
Why?
You were at top at the beach.
Why do you think? Why do you think?
You go to the
Britney
beach-
Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes.
You
Those
don't
are
go.
meth
You go.
eyes.
You don't go to the beach topless. Is that what you're trying to say?
No,
agree
I
with
put
her.
I do like a 3-piece
Totally.
suit.
With
Do you have a rant? Do you have a Ruben's rant?
questions with question
What's-
marks
what about
on your suit?
So I heard there's like a war going on or something.
We're done.
Going back to that, the Tsar
Yeah.
bomb is the biggest bomb ever built. The Russians still have it, and they
I thought
could-
you were gonna Putin your 2
I don't
cents.
even know what
I don't
fucking
know.
baby Rasputin over here is rambling about. All right.
You ever seen Doctor Strangelove? Man, we're talking about the Doomsday
Oh, I
movie.
love that.
Election night.
Stop it over there.
Thank you.
Election night
stay out of this.
My
live.
favorite of all
Will you
these
stay
people.
out of this?
By the way.
Multiverse.
Oh my
That's
God, the
fine.
multiverse.
Oh
love all
yeah,
that.
damn it!
I do love that
God,
one
never
too.
mind.
Right
All right,
here.
you've descended. You've
My
descended the
man's
hierarchy.
right here. My man's.
I only watch Marvel movies.
Also, I love B movie. B movie.
Yeah, big movie. That's it.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
All right. So you're working on the campaign.
Yeah. Right.
You are working for a man who's running for the state legislator in District 51.
Yeah. Right. I'm working for Matt Worthington.
It's like 7 people running for that spot.
Indeed, it's a very crowded race, and it's the primary. So, like, we're dealing with like a lot of progressives. Like the Chronicle, like struggled to endorse a candidate.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think because everybody's
Really
kind of on the
qualified.
same page a little.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that's
the Chronicle
There's
or-
variations of the Chronicle.
yeah. Some
Different
are,
page of the Chronicle.
Yeah.
some are definitely more like progressive than others, which
Yeah.
is like why I got into the whole thing to begin with. Is that like I want to support the most progressive candidate that I could find, and in this case, like this is the one that I came to. But yeah, I think there's a lot of really good candidates for this race, and like however it turns out, it's honestly going to be pretty good.
I mean-
it's not going to it's going to be change, right?
As the campaign trail is weighing down and it's coming near to election night, which is actually tonight, what issues did you think would be bigger or perhaps smaller than they actually were? Like, were you thinking you're going to go out there and be like talking about energy or blah, blah, blah? They ended up this bully was talking about like trans.
Yeah, so people weren't really talking about that with the state legislature, right? But people were talking about things that like really affect their like day-to-day lives. Things like the winter storm, right? It's a big issue. And like we thought we were gonna have a big one this year. We canceled schools.
We got, well, it kissed us.
Yeah, it just
Well,
like
they
gave us a
didn't-
little smooch. Didn't really end up that bad, but I mean, like we're all traumatized by the one fucking last year. It was
Some
awful.
of us almost died,
Yeah.
Jason.
Some of us died.
Yeah, Jason died,
I died.
and
I was born again.
you know, and that was you know.
Boy.
Yeah, I'm just glad for that one priest that baptized you that said the wrong word.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thankfully,
He said it was holy water, but it tasted a little funny.
Yeah.
I got some of that.
So,
Yeah, I don't know. So like, education's a big deal for like state legislature.
what was your day-to-day deals? Are you like canvassing? Were
Well,
you,
yeah, that was
Yeah.
my, that was my
We'll call
question.
it-
It's like we're on the same wavelength.
All right, that's his
yeah.
question. Then.
Yeah, like what? No,
Okay,
it's, no,
Joey,
it's
I'll
our
tell you.
Ruben. It's our question.
Only Joey, I'll tell you.
J Dog.
Yeah, J Doggy Dog.
The votes are in.
Don't call him J.
They are
Dog.
not in yet. But
Don't call him J Dog.
J Doggy Dog.
Hillary is now the governor of
Piece of
Texas. Yeah. Okay, finish what you're saying. Sorry, you're boring me.
But yeah, I think. Wait, what was the question?
How do what is your
Day-to-day operations?
Oh yeah.
what
So
is
I
your
do-
day to
I
day?
do pretty much
What
everything.
is your job title?
Director of communications.
What does that even mean?
So I do
Like a
things
phone book?
Like
You tweet.
yeah. Well, I actually thankfully
Fact check tweets.
yeah we
He
I do
tweets. He
edit.
talks. He.
Yeah, the candidate does tweet a lot, which I think is great. And he's good at it. Our tweets are good, but I don't have to deal with
Their
much with
tweets
that.
are good.
yeah.
Their tweets.
I
Can
think
we
so.
quote that?
Yeah.
You do any canvassing? You do door to door?
I
You go
do.
out there
I
and talk to the
canvass- I
people?
canvass every day, yeah. And I also phone bank. I call people on the phone. I like text people every day. I do pretty much everything right
How
now.
fucking wild is Dove Springs?
Wild in what way?
You know what I'm talking about, Holmes.
I've been there several times. I don't.
Wow.
Is it
You're
wild?
getting down and dirty.
Yeah, Holmes.
Yeah. Well, we.
Can you imagine?
Talk
I
to
can
people
imagine like
there.
Ruben canvassing, knocking on the door.
Well, we need the best for Dove Springs. I mean, I feel like it's the last, like, truly, probably below poverty level neighborhood in Austin. You know what I'm saying?
I think yeah, it's definitely like so like
Working
affordable.
class for sure.
Yeah, affordable housing is definitely like a big issue, right? Which is like
For
you know,
all of us, we
it-
can't afford our one-bedroom apartments right now.
Yeah, and it cuts both ways too, where it's just like, you know, there's a lot of people with houses they've had forever that are just like, I don't want to give it up. And it's like, you know, some people like, you know, we're going to have to make changes about like how we zone things. And
Leave the Mexicans alone, man.
yeah, I agree completely. And also just like stop kicking people out of their neighborhoods for one thing. Like, it's like we have like this whole community that's been built in East Austin and Dove Springs and Del Valley for so long. There's a big community there, and there are people who talk and organize.
Now East Austin is a bunch of Airbnbs.
Sure, exactly.
It's a fucking ghost town.
Right.
Nobody lives there.
Yeah, and like I see that canvassing too, where it's just like I'll walk around and there'll be tons of houses that are totally empty because it's not the tourist season, right? And
But on the weekend, they'll all be right.
Well, it's crazy. Like Austin used to be very
all bullshit.
segregated.
Yeah, totally.
So there used to be.
Used to be.
Yeah, and now it's more
Still-
gentrified. But so my neighborhood,
It's still segregated.
It's
They're kicking
crazy.
all the fucking
the majority of the
minorities out.
neighborhood.
It's not like,
Still
it's not like they
is-
want to live with the minorities. They're pushing them out, man.
Yeah. I'm
They
not
ain't
gonna
fucking
say-
sitting
I'm not
here
gonna say
saying,
no,
"Ooh, I
yeah.
like living in this black neighborhood." No, they're sitting here going, "We're gonna buy this whole black
What
neighborhood
black
out."
neighborhood
Yeah.
anymore?
Yeah.
You know, like where is there one
Is
anymore?
my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, it's changing.
I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the streets.
Man, what's
my
up?
my trash can caught on fire the other day. I don't know if it was a cat. I don't know if it was, the neighbor.
Jason.
I don't know if it's a bad drug deal. It may have been,
cat drug deal,
you know.
catnip. Is that what they call? What are you doing?
I'm looking at the
Is-
text that I said I was
yeah.
gonna get
Yeah.
about if votes were coming in.
Whoa, we got
Travis
is breaking
County-
news. Breaking news.
Yes, breaking news.
Breaking news.
The Travis County election site has crashed.
Some things they never change.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Classic
let's,
Travis County.
let's keep talking, I guess.
I guess.
Have you met Greg Caesar?
Greg Kassar.
Yeah, whatever.
So we were talking about this. So I was thinking,
I beef with him.
so to
Wait,
promote.
Why?
How do you think these local politicians win? Do you think you got to have a sign on every neighborhood? Do you think you got to be
Definitely helps.
Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that? He was saying. So we were driving through this little neighborhood over here, and that guy had a sign in every fucking yard.
Greg
Greg Caesar.
Cassar. I beef with him.
You
Yeah.
beef with him. What's your beef with him?
Man, this dude comes on he only been in politics for 4 years. He's already now going for Congress.
I thought
They're
y'all
giving him Lloyd
related.
Doggett's spot. He didn't even finish
He
his
didn't
full
go for.
term out.
He's not running against Lloyd Doggett.
Well, he took over his spot though.
No,
Whatever.
Lloyd Doggett's running in the other district.
But is he running? But I know he's taking over the old spot that was Lloyd's.
They redistricted. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not quite that.
But you know
He's-
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I
In
think
generalities.
Lloyd Doggett, I don't think is totally opposed to a progressive running in that spot.
I mean, he's supporting him.
Yeah, not necessarily. No. I don't think that's the case.
Supporting him.
But I don't think I don't think they're having.
I just feel like he
there's
didn't
not
even
mutual endorsements.
I don't
going
think
on.
Greg even finished his one.
I ran to fill the spot. I ran with Cheeto Vela to fill Greg Gassara's city council spot.
But he never even finished that one term.
Yeah. Oh no, he served more than one term.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, but
I'm still beef with him.
But I mean, I don't
He
know.
couldn't
I think
finish that term. They
Greg
moved him
Cassar-
up.
Greg
He's
Cassar's-
getting fast tracked because he's good looking.
also he's a socialist, and it's I
That
honestly
sells.
am totally fine with that, and I love
Yeah.
him. And he's the
Hell
way they
yeah.
redistricted, and this is one of the things.
There
is that
better be some affordable
Republicans
housing
and
for us
Democrats
Mexicans.
both redistrict, right? In Austin, Democrats redistrict. So
He loves Squid Games. It's topical.
I'll beef with that.
I don't know. I think Greg
Also-
Abbott might love Squid
So
Game,
Jake, why
but-
do you think people should vote?
So you're down
Why
with
is it
Greg Cassar?
important to vote and elect
You're trying to tell me you down with Greg.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ruben?
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Why should we vote in these local elections, dude? Why does it even matter?
Did you meet AOC?
I've not. No, I almost got work security at her rally though.
Man, you should have done
yeah.
it, fool.
So I know I was working.
Damn
today.
fool.
I mean, I really want to win this election, so I've been working to do that. But yeah, I was totally stoked on that as well.
Damn fool.
That's something I got offered through UPO, which is the United Professional Organizers Union that I work in. And we're having hiring calls all the time. So that was one of them. It's you want to work security at the AOC rally? And it's
Damn fool.
yeah, absolutely.
What are you doing? Are you trying to press QAnon girls by hating on AOC? Because
No.
we're not putting up with that here.
Putting on white noise from a water
No, that was a
waterfall
toilet
machine?
noise.
Waterfall,
As I was saying.
waterfall.
This conversation is boring me.
So, Jake, why should we vote local?
Oh.
There we go.
So these are the softball questions I asked for. Good, fantastic.
Because, motherfucker, this is what we need to do. We got to change things
What
with the
does it even
grassroots.
matter?
Yes, exactly. And also, the local elections.
I can't fuck with Biden, but who I can fuck with? Greg Casar.
Exactly.
Fucking got him.
And the thing is, like, okay, so I know, like, I understand people like not voting at a national level, right? Like thinking the president's not going to do anything for me, but it's like, you know who's going to do something for you is like your
That
local
motherfucker.
representative,
Yes.
right? Your local representative, your national representative, your city councilman, the people in your district that are actually going to make a difference in your life.
Pio.
Yeah.
That's where your vote also has the most power.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
These are low turnout elections where people just vote randomly sometimes. Because
So
they
what
don't
is
know.
this? What is the like the turnout for a local election? Like in like
It's
our,
sad. I don't even want to talk about it
consider-
here.
It's all you know. It's depends on the
Would it
year,
be-
right?
it's
A
pretty
midterm
bad,
year
right?
Like this is like, I think like you know.
In fairness,
historically, like
can we
Would
do
you
in
say-
fairness real
Would you
fast?
say it's more than another like major city?
In fairness, I believe Austin
don't
does
know. I
have.
don't know that.
Do you think Austin's more progressive than most?
No, but I do think we
most
have a
of
little
Texas,
bit
yeah,
more of a
certainly.
bump. We have a little bit more of a bump in voting.
Key bump?
Than say, yes.
Like keep bumping voting?
Yeah, I think you know it's probably at least
So
keep
drugs
up
are
level.
involved.
I mean, it's not like we're like doing better, like double.
We're a pretty politically active city. For
But-
Or we're just
for-
expensive.
I will
for
admit, though, I think
midterms
the last
here,
two
right?
elections have been kind of low, though.
They're all low. I mean, like every like non-presidential year is going to be low, no matter where you are, which is like kind of the shame because honestly, those are the years when your vote matters the least, right? When the most people are voting, like that means.
But that's the big ticket. Everyone's big ticket crazy.
like the
Instead,
governor- the
we need
governor's
to be
up for-
small tickets, and we got to get these motherfuckers out. Dan Patrick, I'm coming for you.
yeah, Dan Patrick, Ken Paxton.
Oh, we
I mean,
hate
like,
them all.
Yeah,
Woo.
Don't get me started.
Don't throw up the goddamn cue to me,
getting
fool.
riled
I'll
up
get
on
wild.
that.
definitely.
riled
Yeah,
up.
I mean, like I don't know, like I mean, you know, AOC's whole thing when she was here was like about how like Austin's like, or Texas really is in a state of political upheaval, which is true. I mean, like we have like tons of you know urban centers, right? Like Houston, like El Paso, like San
We have
Antonio.
a lot of disenchantment too, and a lot of people don't think their vote matters, and we got to change that perception
I
because
agree.
that's what they want. That's what your white supremacist QAnon bullshitters. That's what they want more than anything.
Absolutely. I mean, like when you don't vote, you're literally doubling the power of
let those motherfuckers
an
do
old
more.
white
Did you look at like
man,
the
you know?
statistics from like last election?
Why you doing stats at us, bro?
Like which last election?
Just the last election that locally. Is
Is
it like does it vary? Is it progressively vary?
The
or is it
last
similar?
election was
I had a
like,
special election that I worked in January.
but that was all about like the
That was the city council.
the state.
Are they always like
amendments
pretty
and the-
close, or like they're pretty like?
twice a year?
Yeah, the last.
Well,
Technically.
no, I'm saying that, but I'm saying, is it always kind of like 40-60, or is it always like 30-70? Like, is it usually
Kinda
like?
Depends on the race. Depends on the district. Like if you're talking about like Democrat, like Republican, like that definitely depends on the race. Because like things like, you know, comptroller, right, have a different turnout than like. I mean, not a different turnout. People always vote on the same ballot, but a different like disposition of who votes for whom.
I mean, the greatest trick they ever pulled was just making people think that there's a difference between city and country folk.
So for a local election,
Agreed.
what do you think is the biggest turnout for like voters for a certain candidate? Like
The
you think
president's running.
Well, not locally.
No, still. People vote locally more when
Only
there's
when
a
it's
presidential
national
election.
So it's
Fucking
only
pressure.
so that's
That's
when,
the problem.
That's pretty much because I feel like that's the only time people vote. Really,
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's
So
like,
we've been
you know,
saying
people voted
Yeah.
for this, but it's
That's
a
what I was-
midterm,
I'm-
right?
We were actually
I'm
saying
Yeah, we were saying that,
reiterating
Joey.
that to
Yeah.
the conversation
Really
to make
late
it more
to the
debatable.
Whole thing.
more debatable.
This is why Ruben likes me more.
You know he's a writer, right?
Who?
Yeah.
Jake, so if this guy wins, he's going to be writing his speeches.
I didn't say that. No, the candidate.
He writes-
I didn't
Probably
say
gonna
that.
write his own
I
speeches.
was saying that
when you grassroots, you don't have a speech
I'm
writer. You
saying-
fucking cut
Yeah,
your
no,
own cloth.
he talks. He talks for himself. He's definitely.
He's savvy.
He's a smart. He's
I was
the
getting
smartest
confused.
person I
He's
think running in this
writing
race.
our speeches when we get
No, that
elected.
dude is savvy. Like he's got like
What about Kinky Freeman? Is he in this election?
I voted for Kinky.
You voted for
nothing wrong
Kinky?
with Kinky. Nothing wrong with
I did.
Kinky.
I voted for Kinky for
Leslie?
governor. Yeah.
Yep. Twice.
God, I wish.
You vote for Leslie?
Yeah.
For most people don't know, Leslie was a Austin legend, a homeless.
Well, the next election's big because it's the mayor coming up. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Kurt Watson's going to try Guilford again.
Is that next? Is that next round?
I think next round is the mayor's coming
Yeah,
back
this
up.
one's big because the governor, obviously. Like
Yeah.
you know, and so like Beto. I voted for Beto.
Yeah.
I think it's like part of me wishes that Beto hadn't run for president, but just only because I like him.
Yeah, I agree with
And
that too.
He had the
Yeah.
He
biggest
wasn't
turnout.
ready.
Now, and I think now it's like he's been campaigning for 3 years, and I'm just like, I voted for you and I love you.
But isn't there truth that some people just campaign just to get the money to keep it going? They don't really want to win. Or
Some people do. I don't think
there's
Beto's
kind of
that
like a
case.
racket to that case.
I think Beto really wants
Right.
to rock
Well,
Texas,
yeah,
but it's
but I'm
not that
saying-
easy.
Exactly.
But I'm
yeah.
saying a lot of them get a lot of money. So like if you run for president or something and you lose, you still
You only get
How about
money if they think you're going to win.
You end up spending most of that money, by the way. Like most of the money
So
you
you're
fundraise,
saying me and
you'll
Ruben
spend
can't
it to
run for
win.
office, get all these votes, purposely lose, and then keep the
I'll
money?
vote for office right now. Run right now.
Yeah, I
don't
think
give a
it's
fuck.
like
I
a
could see
form
it,
of, I
yeah.
think it's a form of tax fraud. But
Oh,
That's what I would do it. I would do it for I would get
I mean, the way I look at it is taking people's hard-earned money that they gave you to help you run for an election is like breaking into a Walgreens and stealing cigarettes.
oh yeah, it's kind of like
Oh God, who the
yeah,
fuck would do that?
That's kind of like stealing
Whoa.
church money or something.
Church
yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So-
Walgreens is like the church of the people.
Church of the people. I don't know. It's like,
Get your
I mean, the problem is,
electrolyte
like-
fluid there.
I mean, there's actually big money in small elections too. Like
Okay.
maybe not like millions, but there's like almost like $100,000 in some of these smaller elections.
So like the campaign I worked for before, we were the Cheeto Vella's campaign for city council in District 4.
Yeah.
We were facing $40,000 that came in from PACs to fund negative mailers against us. That's a ton of money for a city council campaign.
Wow.
It's
I
insane.
hate negative campaigning. It's like insane. Too.
I agree. I think it's like and
But it's
also
also part of the game. I mean, who am I
it's
gonna
like
kid you?
it shouldn't have to be because honestly, the negative campaigns people run are often like totally full of
Bias.
disinformation.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like most of the negative campaigns are like kind of like trying to swing something, off of something tenuous, right?
Well, basically, it's
They
like
don't
it's
usually
a
focus on
mail
the
flyer
issues.
that's like clickbait. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah,
Or
they
it's
don't
like
focus on
wanting
the
you to
issues
see
of
like
negative
this is the
campaigns.
guy that robbed the children or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like-
But then there's no explanation of how he robbed the children or whatever.
Yeah, like we're committed to not going negative, which is pretty normal.
Yeah.
Because for another
Well,
thing,
on the Democratic Party, I feel primaries.
I think that people will go into negative campaigns here, but it's usually out of
Have you seen any this year? This election?
I
The only hate that
haven't-
I've seen
I
is
have
I've
seen a
seen
little
some
bit.
I've seen
Did you
some
get a mail or anything?
some like people are like vandalizing the signs and
Oh
shit
yeah,
for certain
we had some
candidates.
people. We had some
also,
people
but-
at polling
but, yeah,
places
but
take
that's
out our
just kids.
signs, and also people like Kurt
But
Lockhart.
nobody really
signs.
watches
Yeah.
like local TV, so I don't really see those like commercials running.
saw,
or anything like
Nah,
that.
it's not a
Greg
lot of TV
Cesar,
ads.
a mailer
It's
like,
Cassar.
against him. Whatever, man. We started.
Cassar.
The man's name is Caesar.
You're telling me,
It's Cassar.
you know what my favorite salad is? A nice cassara salad.
Excellent.
You know, the croutons.
You know, I like a little bit of Cassar dressing on my steak.
yeah.
Okay.
Does cassara have anchovies?
Of course,
Yeah.
it's ethnic.
You know, the cassara salad
Oh,
comes from
God.
Mexico. Most people don't realize that.
Cassar's probably would. Yeah.
Cassar Chavez invented the Cassar salad.
Yeah. Well, he didn't invent it, but it's a long line of
well, long
cassara
line of his
salads.
family, yeah, for sure.
And typically, the most cassara salads that you've had
Well-
are not traditionally the same, but just as good.
I mean, I've had like these HEB Cassar salads, and they're not bad, but they're obviously not OG.
So, can candidates have like
My
like
water cup.
for look?
Sorry, man.
Damn it!
I forgot the question,
Just use my water cup.
dude. Get over it.
You know
man.
I got a
That's
fever.
what I say. Yeah.
You know I'm sick.
Oh,
Fill
it's
my forehead.
sterile. Thankfully.
You got a fever?
No.
You got the cowbell?
Oh.
Oh yeah,
the
that was
fever.
an SNL
Oh,
reference.
because
From,
it's election night fever.
Okay.
oh yeah, it's a great title.
That's the title of the show.
Yeah. Oh nice. Now he said.
So I guess the goals of everybody here in the state of Texas, we want the best for the people, et cetera, et cetera.
Some people like to eat American pie. Some people like to fuck it.
Okay, that one.
You're
made me
gonna be.
laugh. That was finally,
You're gonna be.
That was finally the one that made me laugh. Okay. I mean, like,
Let's
what's the
get
goal
paid.
for everyone in Texas? I don't know. Like, I mean, like, definitely people. I mean, like, the thing about local politics is that, like, your local constituents or your local politicians actually support their constituents, like, directly, right? So, like, you see the effects of this every day. Like, these are people who want to repeal the heartbeat bill, right? These are people who want to, like fund public education.
I mean, where are we at right now with the whole concept of like, if you're liberal, you can't be Christian?
I think it's totally a myth. I mean, you cannot clearly be Christian, and I think if you were a good Christian, you probably would be.
I mean, the Christian right makes it seem like they're the only real Christians on this earth.
I think, like, honestly, my opinion is that they're not great Christians. But,
Well, obviously, we know that they're money Christians, but
yeah,
it's like one of the worst nightmares in America. Though, is like the Christian right is almost like
What if you're like me and
they're like a fundamentalist gang in a lot of
money is the
different
root
ways.
of all evil.
what if you're like
Be
me
kind
and
to your
Jason and we're
neighbor.
Jewish? Can we be liberal and Jewish?
I'm pretty sure you can be. Yes,
I'm sure most Jews
I-
are liberal.
I think that you're allowed to be.
Well, except for the oligarchs in Russia.
I definitely
What
also
about
know.
Seth Rogen? What do you think he votes for?
I know
Oh, we don't
that.
talk about them. So.
Wait, Seth Rogen? I was
Joe
thinking. I was
Rogan?
thinking of Joe Rogan. And I know who he votes
Marky Mark Rogan?
Who's he voting for?
for. Whoever says the Joe Rogan word that no one should say.
Cesar.
No,
Oh,
absolutely not.
what's that? There's like an old candy.
Have you-
They're like
have you guys
wafer
heard about
candy. They're called Negros.
Okay, no.
The candy. No, there was a candy. Remember the candy?
Not going down this
Stop
path. Okay.
Don't touch
Yeah,
me.
not going down.
Don't
that path.
touch me.
But have you guys heard about the Austin University? The university is it maybe Austin University or University of Austin that Joe Rogan's like on the board of, right?
I've never heard about this.
Okay, so
Is it an
like,
online school or what?
I think it's like that. Starting
has
off
to
like
be,
that.
right?
University.
It's
Yeah, DeVry.
exactly kind of like it's like a university
Is it a
that's
tech
like
school
for like
for weed?
Shout out
for,
River Bats.
free. Finally, a university with free speech, right? Like no university ever had that. Like all the universities that protested speakers didn't have free speech. That's exactly
He
what
wasn't
free
there
speech
during
is.
Dildo Day during Texas in UT?
I know. Yeah, so apparently it's that,
Represent.
which is just like a dog whistle for like conservative values, obviously. And
Bullshit.
yeah,
Racism.
yeah. So that's happening now, and
I'm tired of your think tanks and your CPACs, bro. We're sick of it,
yeah, no shit.
You.
Definitely.
bro.
So for like to get people to vote in elections, do they really prey on a certain demographic of people in town?
Prey on? No.
Maybe not a word. a good
Yeah,
word
I
to
think
say.
that-
But like there's certain parts of town you really see it amped up, especially in like poor communities.
I
We're
mean,
just trying to
with, like,
get
the
everyone
science
to
stuff.
vote.
Yeah, I
This is
think-
not about.
Honestly, like
This is what you think you're wrong here. We're not caring about this one group. We want all groups to get out and get your voice heard. We want everyone to vote.
and I can say also like
That's what
from
true
working-
liberalism is about.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of this
Agreed.
fucking misconception, especially with the conservatives. They're always trying to spin this liberal thing as like, oh, they live in the city and they drink lattes. Well, fuck you, man. You live in the country and you're dumb. You know, the reality is you should vote what helps you as a person
Yeah.
and your group. Half the people who live in poverty in this country live in the rural America, but
Yeah,
they're
you would
all
agree on that,
voting
Jake, right?
Republican
Vote for
because
what
they
you
feel
want.
like
So even if somebody's voting
Agreed.
against
because
you,
the
Also,
misconception
we don't-
is
we
like,
don't-
oh, all these city people and these blacks and Mexicans are getting all this money from the government. No, it's y'all in the country that are getting all this money from the government. Farm subsidies is like the number one fucking. It's just like a joke and a nightmare.
You're totally right about that. Yeah, exactly. And also like
but it's always been like that, right?
Yes.
well, since the Electoral College has been, a thing, which is forever, it's like, yeah, obviously people who live in more rural districts like have
After
a lot
we got
more
rid of
power
the
to their
gold
vote.
standard.
Yeah.
But I think like we don't like court demographics at this level.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, like I think that like people at higher levels do court demographics with certain ads, right, or certain things, but it's because they're actually trying to tell people that they will help them, right? And some of those are more targeted because they ought to be.
The county
And-
of Los Angeles has more people than like 39 states in America. One
Yeah.
county.
It's like what? Like how many people live in California? Like 40 million people?
Yeah. That one county's got more than like all that shit. Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, like
Yeah. Imagine
Dakota.
telling George
All of it
Washington.
added up together.
Crazy.
Imagine telling George Washington 40 million people lived in California. He'd be like, 40 million what? Live in where?
You say, what's California?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Is that that guy that invented the peanut? Or like
No,
peanut
he
butter?
invented the bear.
Oh, he can't tell a lie.
Yeah, Bayer aspirin.
That's a fun fact. Jason, did you know? Jason, why are you wearing those kind of shoes here?
Oh my God, what a nickel.
Those are
On
good
election
shoes.
night?
Those are comfortable shoes.
Yeah, right. I'm just trying to be comfy.
Yeah.
I just want to.
Jake, you're losing votes right now, so I say keep it
I
down.
support Crocs.
We got a voting meter going on.
I support Crocs.
And
I
it's
will.
way
Shoes are the
down.
People.
They are.
No, we're Yeezys boys here.
They're non-slip. All right. You work
We
in the
like
kitchen?
prison shoes from the future.
I kind
We're
of think
Yeezy
that we're
boys.
touchy-feely boys.
I'm not wearing Yeezys right now.
You guys spend a bunch
touchy
of money on
feely
sneakers, don't you?
boys. Touchy feely boys.
What do
I
you get
only
all that
have one
sneaker
pair of
money?
Yeezys right now. I'm about to sell them too because I'm broke.
Yeah.
I actually got a badass pair of Crocs right now that are furry
Oh,
with sweet tarts on them.
Oh my god.
That's so sweet.
do they have that strawberry
How
style?
much did that go for?
You know what's up, baby girl.
I love those strawberry.
I like these
shortcake
heated
smells.
debates on election night.
I know. Yeah,
Seems
we're
like
talking
you got
about the
the-
important issues.
The fevers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so weird because
So-
Oh, yeah, wait, I was
Oh.
gonna say.
Crocs or not?
Okay, I was gonna say about like targeting demographics. It's like at this level we don't do it. Like
we're just trying to
just
get
try to
people to
walk-
the polls.
yeah.
What's
and
the
also,
best way to get awareness? Is it through
the
social
candidate
media?
walking to doors.
Twitter?
The candidate walking to doors.
So face to face.
Yeah, face to face is the way to
With
win
COVID?
local elections. Even so,
That's
wear a
all we
mask.
got, bro.
Yeah, stand 6 feet from
Man,
the door.
stage 3 now, man.
But
We
yeah,
can kiss.
it doesn't matter.
You could have the mask.
We
with the
want-
candidate
we
on
want
the mask.
people-
Light it, don't
who-
hide it.
We want people who can solve this. I mean,
Delta
like my
9.
candidate, like he worked with the Del Valley Community Coalition to
Yeah.
get COVID support to people. Like he
To
is
give people COVID?
no COVID support.
He supports COVID.
Okay, and
He voted for COVID
yeah,
Oh, so he's pro COVID. Great.
yeah. So
because it's real.
Does
But
he
yeah.
eat babies too? If you're gonna pro-life,
COVID
no,
is
that's
real.
Jonathan Swift.
COVID is real.
Yeah, the 18th century Irish satirist.
pandemic.
COVID is real.
Oh, let him talk.
Are we still talking about Jonathan Swift or?
You were talking about Jonathan. We're not.
I
We're
was
talking
like,
about COVID.
What is
Oh,
some of
yeah.
the things that your candidate is working to help?
Well, I mean,
what's
like
his like?
he's the only candidate with like public school education experience, right? He's also
The only one with 3 nipples too. I heard.
If he was a
Well,
young
I
Virginian,
don't
which
know, I
one would he
haven't
be?
seen- If he was what?
A young Virginian.
A young Virginian, like as in anyone young
Western?
from Virginia. I would say Tom
Virginian.
Crumley.
You don't think Jefferson? You don't think?
Those. Oh,
Tom
specific,
Crumbly, he's-
specific young Virginians. I thought you were just meaning any person
You
who
wanna
was
make
young
that
from
joke?
Virginia. I was just giving a name.
Madison, Monroe, James Monroe was a young Virginian.
Yeah, it definitely would have been.
Patrick Henry.
Definitely wouldn't have been Patrick Henry. Although I do think that he believes in liberty, I don't think he would have
I think we all
necessarily
believe in
agreed.
Justice
liberty.
for all.
Yeah, with anti union sentiments at the time of the Constitution.
So
I
Jake,
guess.
like, let's say we're children and
I forgot
you're
the name of
going to let's say a kindergarten class to teach the youth.
Why kindergarten?
yeah.
They don't
Okay.
vote for another fucking 6 years.
I'm just saying.
Sure,
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
I
I
do-
think
I do
awareness.
actually- I do actually
I'm thinking
volunteer.
voter awareness should start young. I think you should start prepping these kids to vote.
I do actually
Because
volunteer. and
the thing
teach
is, the lack
fourth
of
and fifth
education
graders.
on voting, me included. I don't think a lot of people are aware. You really don't like.
Because you don't vote.
I was gonna say I do volunteer and teach 4th and 5th graders at Palm Elementary,
And they're voting too.
Yeah, none of them vote. I can't get any of them to vote. I offered to like get them up on
Why?
one on one's shoulders and a overcoat over them
Yeah.
and send them in with a fake mustache, and they said no. Unless I can give them a whole pack of Twizzlers, and I just can't afford that on my budget. And so
If it's not on TikTok, they don't care.
no, I mean,
Well, he doesn't even live here.
I forgot Jason's a TikToker.
We're on TikTok. Check us out on TikTok.
So Jason, did you vote in Colorado?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, voted for Torchy's.
who'd you vote for?
Torchy's is a famous Denver restaurant.
His favorite taco is the Democrat.
Yeah. No,
Let's go
they don't have the independent anymore, which is like kind of lame.
What is
That was a good taco.
sausage with like?
Yeah,
No, I had mushrooms.
no,
I had
that's the
mushrooms.
Republican. The
Oh,
sausage,
yeah.
the hot dog one.
Is that the one you like? You
Whatever,
sick
cute.
Independent
you
was the fried avocado one. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sad when they took that away.
What was the Satanist? was
I
that
believe
taco?
That's
Flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah, it's just
I
hot
think it's just
Cheetos and a
whole-
hot
yeah,
dog.
A whole tortilla full of Diablo sauce and flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just makes you
And
shit bullets.
eat corn.
for
I don't want to
days.
say this out loud because
Say
a
it.
lot of people are.
You're about to. That sounds
Pro
like-
corn or what?
No, I think hot dogs are back.
You said it out loud.
That's
What?
controversial.
Whoa! So we got some breaking news. Hey,
I'm gonna
what are the
I'm gonna
results
come out
of this
in support
election?
of Nathan's.
I like chili
and
dogs.
also
I like hot
Sonic.
dogs.
Honestly, Sonic, decent chili dog.
Oh yeah.
Hot dogs
Yeah,
aren't bad.
absolutely.
I like the Frito.
What's
Pie there, too.
in? It's
Fantastic.
you're
Yeah.
Korean corn dogs.
Ocean water with that.
That's where it's at,
Yeah.
dude.
Korean corn dogs is a nice
corn dogs.
fad, but it's not OG. Suck it on chili dog.
You're saying you don't want a bratwurst with sauerkraut, grilled onion.
I want a
brown
Texas
mustard.
style brat, jalapeno cheddar inside.
That sounds delicious. Actually, that sounds really fantastic right now. I'm kind of hungry.
So that's what you're voting for, huh?
Should we order something?
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of feeling it. Honestly, if you guys are paying, I assume that's what's going on.
Jake, do you have anything you want to like bring to the show? Where can we
Like
find
any
this
kind of
candidate?
knowledge or something.
Does he have a Twitter? Can we TikTok?
Oh, you
him?
want me to talk about the candidate?
Are you gonna
or talk about
Do you think you're gonna work on other elections?
Yeah, I've been
For
doing
other
that. Yeah.
candidates?
So I mean, if we win, hopefully I'll work for.
You mean when
Matt.
you win?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to work for Matt because he's honestly a really good candidate,
Yeah.
and I've liked.
I was just
working
wondering
with
if you
this
maybe
team.
like try to like
You ever see the movie
Oh no,
The
no.
Majority
So I mean, like, so
Candidate?
this is the other thing too. It's just like,
upward mobility maybe
I think I achieved it. But
achieved it.
yeah, I think I think if we, unfortunately, if we don't come out of this on top, then I'll still be looking for work, and so I go through the union mostly, the
Okay.
United Professional Organizers Union, which is always putting out hiring calls for jobs like this, staffing jobs, and there's a lot of.
Is that how you got
opportunities.
this job?
That's how I got this job. Yeah,
fantastic.
through a connection.
So he's a
Actually,
union guy.
it's how I got the Cheeto job. It's how I got this job through a connection, and
I'm
it's
good
just
friends
like,
with not good friends is a big word there, but I'm friends with
Frito-Lays?
Andy Brown, the Texas Travis County judge.
Oh yeah.
He worked on the Beto presidential campaign,
Oh yeah. Cool.
and he was
Wait, where's he the judge at?
here in Travis County.
Yeah.
He's running unopposed.
Yeah. I don't know him.
Andy
but-
Brown.
Go see that new Judge Judy show? Judy's
Fuck
Court?
yeah.
Man, she's
She's
still on
fucking
fire.
sassy as fuck.
Damn.
Man. She still
on
got it,
fire,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's
She'll tell
offering.
you straight up, like, what? You better put your
You know
pants
how
back
rich
on.
she is? It's crazy how much money she
She's
makes.
crazy rich.
It's like fucking multi-million.
You try to say she rich?
She's crazy rich.
Crazy rich.
Crazy rich.
Crazy motherfucking rich.
yeah. She's missing the
Maybe
main part.
maybe local politicians should be more celebrities. Maybe they should get their TikTok game in order. Maybe
that is
start a
the
band.
dystopian world I would really like
The
to
Rock.
avoid.
Maybe like merchandise.
I would-
why didn't you bring us any swag of your candidate?
Oh shit, we have no merch, man.
Yeah.
get a
Do you want a
shirt?
job, by the way? We could get some
Oh, that
swag.
motherfucker.
What a job.
That sounds a lot easier
That's
than
one
cutting fruit.
That's
True.
That's one thing I don't want. I
Yeah,
want swag,
It
dude.
sounds a lot easier than where I met you.
Top
in
of
the
line,
men's
fool.
restroom.
At the airport.
Yeah,
Some easy
I was
$20,
I
I'll
was
give you
trying to
that.
get the votes for your candidate, dude. And
It's just that
there
now.
happened to be
This
a
was the-
Do you
ton of
use
men
my
in the
water
bathroom.
cup?
What's that?
You use my water cup.
Oh, right afterwards. Yeah.
Motherfucker, it's cold
Absolutely.
as ice, man.
Yeah.
There was no ice in the cup, dude.
That's my water cup. I didn't say ice cup. I said
It
water
doesn't
cup.
have your name on it.
Ice is water,
Bitch.
really, if we get it down to it.
It says cenote
It's
on it.
just really cold
I
water.
think somebody has
Cenote. Who else
election
is
night
fucking-
I've been
fever.
to Cenote. I might have brought
Jason?
that up.
I'm having a fever dream right now, so it feels like
Jason,
Yeah.
be quiet.
A wet dream?
He's
My
having some
ears
kind
are
of wet
really
dream.
hot.
You
Are
fucking
you guys' ears
weirdo.
really hot?
we actually turned the heat on at 95.
Oh,
Is
we
that
forgot
why-
to
We
turn-
saw it
we
up.
forgot to turn off the stupid whatever light.
Am I? Okay?
All right, well, you can find us on YouTube, IGTV,
Wrapping it up.
Instagram.
Are we?
He's wrapping it up right now.
Y'all-
Yeah, I checked out mentally.
Yeah, it's
Oh, God.
Wow.
yeah, y'all did great. Thanks, Jake, for being on the show. We
I'm
love it.
glad we did Craig's the fucking no voting bastards.
Oh, yeah. Everyone should vote, man. Just vote.
Yeah.
Every
Don't give
fucking
me-
election.
yeah,
don't
don't give
think
me-
too hard about it. It ain't that fucking hard.
Think hard about it. Oh, wait.
your eyes.
Hold on. One more thing. If you do want to vote, go to voter411.org. All right? The League of Women's
Put it
Voters
in.
put this
Just
up.
call me fool.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Voter411.org. And
Just
let me
call
double-check
me
that.
fool.
But it's a good place to build your ballot. You can look at everyone who's running on
Did
in
you
your
just say
district.
build your ballot?
Yeah, so you can look through everyone who's running on the ballot, right? And you can
got big ballot
make
energy.
a list for
Yes.
yourself that you can look up when you're at the ballot. It's fantastic. So look for things like who's talking about getting Texas back on the national energy grid, right?
bumps.
Or who's the county clerk that's talking about ending
Legalize it.
voter suppression, right?
What
yeah,
is-
who's
yeah.
talking about legalizing? Obviously,
So is this like the best way to find
everyone
out
is the answer.
local politic news?
Everyone.
It's a good way.
Good way?
It's definitely
Where
it's
do
the
you get
way
your
I
information?
used. That's
Facebook?
yeah, mostly.
Mostly
I
Facebook?
usually use that in the Weekly World News.
Okay.
It's great. Bad Boy, I think, is still alive, and I'm really hoping that he's
Esquire.
he's
I hang
succeeding
out at Bird's
there.
Barbershop on 6th Street. We just sit there and talk politics all day.
Yeah, and also Birds.
It's
Yeah.
weird because you have ticks as well. So
Yeah, and they're really not doing a
Lime
great job.
Time.
Yeah, when was the last time you got it cut, by the way?
Oh, man, I'm kind of getting a little Grizzly Adams right now.
I know, it's kind of coming up from your pube area all the way to your face.
Kind of nice.
I'd like to shout out all of our fans out there. Pete, thanks for listening. Fred,
Where you at?
thanks for being a fan. Find us on Instagram, YouTube.
Go vote next
Go
election, because
vote.
obviously this election's
Hey,
already over.
and if you
Yeah,
like
go vote.
this,
Also,
like,
there'll be
like and
runoffs.
subscribe, right?
You can like and subscribe.
And subscribe. Yeah.
And you can tell your friends.
And check out our other podcast,
Your friends.
Do it. Just don't watch this one.
the Untitled Katie Houseman Project.
Is this still entitled?
That's the title of the.
Oh.
It's entitled. That's the title
I
of
thought
the show.
it
Can we
was
smoke in
the
here? Can I
Austin
smoke?
Culture Club.
I'm gonna start
You can't
my
smoke it in
God.
here.
Wait, I'm gonna smoke.
Austin
Culture
Club.
You guys
Go vote.
have a good night.
Don't light it up. No. You lost my vote.
Austin Culture Club is recorded at Austin Public Studios, hosted by Ruben Gonzalez and Joey Patton, produced by Julian Guevara, assistant produced by Jason Rosenberg. Check us out on IG, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. The show is sponsored by Top of the Galaxy Smoke Shop. Use promo code CULTURE for a discount on all your smoking needs.